I mean, food is vast. Everyone eats, and so there's a big business in feeding people. The only thing though is that we're talking about distributed farming. The business and the industry is very distributed, and there's some centralization in certain kinds of crops, but when you're talking about lettuce, there are some large players, but it's hard to be the only one that's growing. And I think that there's a ton of potential in indoor farming. It's what I've spent my whole career working on. And so I'm extremely excited about it. Though it's such a small fraction of the production in the United States, it has a really long way to go. And I don't know if money's really going to solve that. It's more time, and the other industry has to shift. And the other industry, what I mean is outdoor production. It makes total sense to grow outdoors in certain places, at certain times of year. There's certain crops it does not make sense to grow year round in the places that they're grown. Tons of water waste, crazy labor. Like there's a lot of problems with it. And so I see a lot of potential in indoor farming solving that. There's a lot of attention in it because people are worried about the world and worried about food. And, the UN has all of these goals and sustainability goals and, calls to action because their population is growing so rapidly and the food isn't there for it. That's arguable. I think that there's a lot of people that believe we do have land, like we can grow outdoors and actually feed people. But my opinion is more that the climate is changing so fast that a lot of the organisms that we grow can't evolve fast enough for the environment that we're going into. And so we need to figure out these solutions now, because in 20, 30, 40 years, it's likely that we're going to be relying more on these things to have at least a somewhat similar diet that we have today. But the big question is if these companies can exist until then. I think a lot of them can. Greenhouse isn't new. There are many greenhouses out there. App Harvest gets credit for being the biggest greenhouse in the United States or something. I don't really think that's true. There's Howlings is an amazing tomato greenhouse. I think they have a facility in Colorado actually, but they have one in California as well. Most of the greenhouse producers just don't have great PR teams, and they more suffer from the main issue with produce is that people don't have brands in produce. They're producers that sell to large distributors at the lowest price possible and ship it for really far distances, waste a lot of produce. The tomato probably tastes amazing when it was harvested in these greenhouses, but no one really had any idea about it because they don't have the brand that some of these places do. I don't mean to dispel a lot of these companies are building some really amazing technology, especially in the vertical farming space. People are focusing on it in automation, crazy fertigation, and sensor technology. Some of this stuff is very real. It's not made up and fake or anything like that. The bigger question really is just how fast can they actually get it to market, and how fast can they prove out their unit economics that make it so they can really truly compete in food. What I love about mushrooms is that the playing field is kind of equal. Pretty much all cultivated mushrooms are grown indoors, but they're just grown in kind of worse places than us. And so we aren't competing with the sun, which is really what the problem is with the vertical farm space. With greenhouses, it's similar. I mean, they use sun, but a lot of time they're using supplemental lights with LEDs or other types of lights. But then there's other kinds of climate control that can end up using a lot of fuel. If you're growing in the winter, you're going to be still using gas to heat those things. And so there's stuff to figure out there, but I think there's still a lot of potential there.